Well, happy Monday morning, everybody. Um, and I can't believe that just came out of my mouth, honestly. I really do hope you have a good day. But we all know Mondays are notorious for not exactly being the best. Every once in a while, we get those nights where we can't sleep because our brains won't shut off for one reason or another. Yeah, it was last night for me. As it was, it serves its purpose. I am awake and at school early today, and I do mean early. They our building leadership committee was talking about starting again an official mentoring program for some of our students. And having been in mentorship programs myself growing up, I know it can be very valuable if done correctly. So this morning is supposed to be a meeting for anybody who's even slightly interested in possibly helping kind of kickstart the program for Dodge. So yeah, hopefully that turns out well. It doesn't start for another 45 minutes, but that's okay. I'm enjoying the lovely sunrise, and because I was up so early, I got to listen to my daughter read. She didn't know it though. Evidently, she still is pretty much an early riser. There are some days where she'll sleep in, but very rarely. Of course, stress is higher in the house right now too. Besides our typical of my husband, kids, and I, and his parents, my husband's oldest sister is staying with us this week. And if you don't know about her, she was the first in our family when COVID arrived to actually get COVID due to the conditions at the prison she worked at. And she was not vaccinated at the time. And she has a lot of other health issues, which did not help matters. She ended up spending a good couple weeks in the hospital, and they sent her home with oxygen. And she's one of those unfortunate classic cases of long haul COVID. Because here we are over a year now, and she's still on oxygen. She's having to fight for disability because she can no longer work. She can't even drive herself anywhere. My in-laws, specifically my mother-in-law, has been going back and forth between here and Oklahoma in order to take her to doctor's appointments and trying to help her coordinate with the necessary authorities to get everything filed for disability. So it's been a struggle. However, I think this visit's doing her some good. She sounds better now that she's up here than she ever did over the phone over the last several months. It's interesting. It's always a different dynamic whenever you have visitors in the house. And as that goes, yeah, this one's going to be a little longer today, partially because I have the time, and partially because there was that. There's also big things coming up. I also have been working. I finished my master's degree last spring through Emporia State University. Yay me. Even with everything going on. But part of that master's degree was partnered with trying for national board certification. And that has been an adventure, because about the time that I was really starting it originally was when COVID hit. So then I had no classes because we shut down. And then last year for the school year, we tried to get classes that I could borrow at my the school that I was sent to for my accommodations, in order to try to make things happen so I could get it wrapped up. And that fell through. Gratefully, the people with the National Board have been phenomenal about working with candidates. And so I'm finally getting squared away to where I think I will be able to wrap up here in the next, or I better be able to wrap up here in the next couple months. I've got permission slips all pretty well squared away. The foundational work for the units that I'm doing with my students are pretty well set. So it ought to be good. At least I hope so. And to top that off, part of what I'm doing is a musical Minecraft unit with most of my students. And I have been asked to present tomorrow in regards to that to my fellow music teachers. So I spent yesterday getting my presentation ready, which I hope my colleagues will take advantage of. It's a struggle within our district. I've always been forward thinking when it comes to technology for one reason or another. But there are still those that are pretty traditional as far as strictly teaching through instruments, dancing, singing. And those all have their place, yes. But especially right now, finding different avenues to connect kids to music and helping them see the different connections between our classrooms and their classrooms and what they do and how important it is. I can't think of a better way to advocate for ourselves. I really can't. So I'm hoping my colleagues take advantage of my presentation tomorrow, and the teachers that I don't get to see on Wednesday and Thursday, because we have 3 different days for professional development for music teachers once a month. And so I'm doing the Minecraft presentation tomorrow, and then there are 2 other people, one for Wednesday, one for Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see what they put in the resource folder. For other ways that teachers possibly are using Minecraft. As it is, today really is kind of a kickoff, because today is the day that most of my students will start working on their rough drafts for their compositions. So yeah, my 5th graders will start working on their, I can't remember if it's 8 beat or 8 bars. I know I wrote it down, so I will check my notes later. I know what it is. Not enough coffee. And gratefully, I grabbed my mug before I left. Yeah, so today's gonna be fun. Get some fresh air in my room. Get those creative juices flowing. They already have been, but now it's go time. All right, I've blabbered on enough. I'm gonna let y'all go. It's way past, it's double what I normally do. So, but that's okay. That is totally okay. And some videos may be like that. There will be videos, extra videos coming out soon, because besides all the work that I do for these kiddos and for my family and such, I have a couple of charity, yeah, they're charities, but they're wonderful charities. I have a couple of dear friends, just to kind of give you guys a heads up. One I've worked with for years now, named Dada. And Dada lives in Gambia, over in Africa. And he and I have been working together for, I really do not know, it's been years. But we take care of a bunch of orphans. And not just orphans, but we try to help support the village, the small village that supports the orphans. Trying to make sure that they have at least something to eat. We've also been trying to get sponsors to help educate the students, to help educate the orphans. And currently, not surprising, we've had an influx of refugees. So we're trying to get things set up for that. So more on that later. The other one that I just found out about, I have a birthday twin who is a phenomenal artist. If you've ever been familiar with the Elder Scrolls series, there's a group of fans that have been working for updating some of the older Elder Scrolls games, and he has done a lot of concept art for it. And his name is Roman Dubina, and he was sharing yesterday of a organization group that in order to support people over in Ukraine. He actually lives in Ukraine, kind of in the direction that the Russian troops are heading. So I've been trying to keep in touch with him to make sure that he's staying safe, but trying to support him as well. So more on that later. I will try to start posting links to both of those charities with my videos. So mental note to self, I will do that with this video and or the next video for sure. And as I get more updates, I will be sure to share them with y'all. So in the meantime, I love y'all. I hope you have a fabulous Monday, regardless of the notoriety that goes with it. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, if not sooner. Bye.